Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Yeah, today I'm full of energy. I am sorry about this, but I am full of energy. It's the third time I'm filming this video. I am hoping that third time is the charm, and let's get on to it. So in case you guys haven't seen part 1 of me making fun of my high school videos, I'm gonna put the annotation right there so you can pause this video, go check it out, go make fun of my emo phase. It was very cringy. Go do that and then come back to this video because this is part 2 and it's me making fun, or us making fun, because this is a team exercise. We're all gonna make fun of my college years photos, and if you guys have seen my first video, it does not get better. It just does not get better. I seem to have gone down a steep hill, rolling down on the hills of cringiness, if that is even a thing. Always as usual, let me do my little self-promotion bit for a second. You can skip this part if you're sick of listening to it. But as usual, comment down below if you want me to see any videos in particular. And as always, put a like on it. It really helps my analytics, and most of all, it helps me keep motivated to know that you guys like great content like this. And also, if you're not part of the family, don't forget to subscribe. Without further ado, let's get on to the video. I am stuttering already. I hadn't had any coffee today and I'm already feeling very hyper. So God knows how this video is gonna go. Cha-cha, real smooth. This is me trying to be cutesy because I've always hated taking pictures. So I decided I wanted to try and be cutesy and be like, no, don't take a picture of me, I'm so shy. That nail polish, I cannot believe I used to go out with my nails looking like that. I remember I didn't think that was a big deal, but now that I'm looking at them, it's like acetone. Do you know what it means? I was trying to be cutesy, but did not work at all. Yeah. If you hear strange noises in the meanwhile, it's because birds like prop themselves on the roof, and you can hear them when they're like walking about, and it's really creepy. So if you hear like it's just pigeons going on the roof. It's weird, I know, just bear with me. Now, in this best picture I have of myself, I look absolutely cute in this picture. Do not dare to tell me otherwise. Look at my face, look at that smile. I look absolutely stunning. Yeah, I was really awkward to take pictures of myself. I still am, but I was even more back then to take pictures, so I was just trying to hide and trying to be goofy and stuff like that. And pigtails, we have a comeback on the pigtails. If you guys missed it from the high school video, well, pigtails. And those glasses, they're not even real glasses. I got them from a 3D movie. Yeah, and I took out the lenses and I just used to go out like that. I had real glasses. Note that I had real glasses. I just chose to use the fake ones instead. Edgy. So, yeah. But let me give you a little bit of backstory. Because I've always been very inspired by Alice in Wonderland, hence the name of my channel, Alice in Wonderland. And yes, I know, I wasn't very original. But hence I was always very inspired by Alice in Wonderland. I kind of did this photo shoot, which was like half Queen of Hearts, or Alice if she ever became the Queen of Wonderland, you know? So it was like, that was my inspiration for it. I know, Terry, in 10 years and I can still remember my inspiration for it. But yeah, I decided that I wanted to film this. This was in the stairwell of the dorms. Nobody really batted an eye because we were in arts college, so I could pretty much do the weirdest thing I wanted. Nobody really cared because there was for sure somebody doing something weirder than me. So I could do whatever I wanted. I wasn't seen as the weird girl in college, which is great. So yeah, me and my roommates at the dorms just had this really nice impromptu photo shoot. So college for me was a time where I really experimented with myself and with my style. Get your head out of the gutter. I know you thought that I was gonna say something else. I experimented with my style and with my taste in clothing and my appearance. So I wanted to dye my hair pink. Yeah, insert cringy emo picture, because still emo at heart even at 28, but back then I was still very much emo. And yeah, I decided to dye my hair pink. I absolutely love it. I thought that it suited me so well, and I basically just dye the insides, and then I had the fringe, which I could hide and just have it brown or have it all pink showing or whatever. I could do all those crazy things. Funnily enough, I you know what, 10 years later, here it is. You cannot see it very well on camera, but it is, I promise you that it is slightly pink. They call it rose gold, but yeah, I'm a pink-haired girl at heart. Does that make me weird? There's a lot of things that make me weird, and my hair is probably not one of them. So me and my friends went to spend summer together one of the summers. I think it was the first summer in college, and we decided to spend summer together, and this was my outfit. And you know what? At the time I thought I'm so fashionable and everybody's staring just because they don't understand me. Now that I look at it, it's you're wearing very thick high knee socks in the middle of summer in the Algarve. No, just no. I don't know why I thought it was a good idea, but I thought it was so original and so cool and so different. It was really hot and I was sweating all over. Also, I used to have this thing about crouching in pictures like that, which always made me look like I was 10 months pregnant or something. I don't know. I still do that. Like most of my videos, I'm always crouching like that. I have really bad posture. Everybody tried to correct my posture, but I cannot. I cannot just stand straight. I'm just slouching down. Probably from the weight of my broken dreams and aspirations. And as well, the same night, just decided to take this picture because it was very much, I remember me and my friends were thinking that this was very much Boulevard of Broken Dreams. Like, that was what we were thinking at this moment. I'm absolutely sure it's been 10 years, but I'm absolutely sure we were thinking about Boulevard of Broken Dreams while we were taking this picture. Bonus! Tan picture, because you love the tan picture that I had on my high school pictures video. So there you go, I have one from college. Me very much tan. I can tan. It is proven that I can. I haven't been able to the last few years, but there was a point in my life where I could sport a nice tan, a healthy glow, and not look like I'm sick and pasty all the freaking time. I used to be able to tan. I just thought you'd like that because some people liked my tan picture in high school, so I figured some people like that one as well, so I got you. Contrary to popular belief, no, I was not on drugs. I know it looks like I was on drugs. I know this picture doesn't really make my case, but I never took drugs. I don't do drugs. Hopefully I'll never do drugs. But yeah, this picture is really not making my case, is it? Like, even I had to think what happened that day, like why do I look like that? But I think it's just one of those situations where the flash just hits you, so you just look really weird. Yeah, I think that's what happened there, because I have no other explanation. And if you think that's bad though, if you think this is bad, rar. Oh my god, I just like remember that meme of the rar. If you're a 90s kid, like if you're emo on the early 2000s, okay, like you have done the rar. I'm sorry, but rar. No, okay, moving on. Where is my Alice in Wonderland picture? Cannot find it anywhere, but I know it's somewhere. Where is that picture? I don't know. So this picture is very important to me because it was actually the first thing that I ever sewn. I got a sewing machine specifically because because I wanted to do an Alice in Wonderland costume for Carnival. And it was the first thing. I was obsessed. No, I'm not as much now, but yes, I was obsessed with Alice in Wonderland. And this was the first thing I've ever sewn by myself, unassisted. And I think it turned out quite good for first try. I mean, if you saw it closely, obviously the seams weren't perfect. There were like a lot of mistakes that I did, but I was just so proud of it that I managed to sew something by myself, and that's what gave me motivation to sew a lot more things and to even have my own shop online for a while. If you're old viewers of this channel, you might remember when I had a shop online, which unfortunately had to close down. But yeah, it just gave me the motivation to start sewing and creating my own pieces of clothing, and it's very special. It's a very special piece of clothing for me that I did this Alice in Wonderland dress. And with the Alice in Wonderland theme, and because I also watched a lot of anime and read a lot of manga, I discovered a fashion called Lolita. For those of you guys who don't know what Lolita is a Japanese fashion that is inspired in the Rococo era. It's a bit more complicated than that, but that is the way that I can summarize it. Otherwise, it's gonna be a whole different video. And these are some of the outfits. I'm gonna try to insert here a few outfits of Lolita that I used to wear. And I mean, looking back at it, I know that they look very, very cringy and you can make fun of me all you want. But looking back at it, I just remember how much fun I used to have dressing up like that, how much fun I used to have hanging out with friends that I have that are dressed in the same way and used to love the same style, and we would just go for meets and tea and just have fun and talk about brands, Lolita brands, and it was just used to be so much fun, and taking pictures and poses and this and that, and I used to have so much fun, and I can remember all those times very, very fondly. I have friends that I still have to this day because I entered that world of Lolita. If I had a bad thing to say about it, is the amount of criticism that I would get from other people just from walking on the street and having people come up to me and make fun of what I was wearing, asking me if I was from a play or if I was crazy. Yeah, I had people asking me if I had just came out from the crazy house, like the mental hospital. Like it was, yeah, that was a bit tough, but honestly I would just answer back to them and just like leave me alone. And I don't know, I think the good things outweighed all those little bad things, and just a fun time of my life that I could explore fashion and just explore myself in being happy with who I am. And that's the most important thing of all, kids, just be happy with who you are. So do you guys remember Pedo Bear? Well, let me give you a reminder. So basically, I went to this anime event, I think it was on Carnival actually, and I went dressed in Lolita, and I had this person who I still don't know if it was a guy or girl, running after me the whole event dressed as Pedo Bear because they thought it was funny that I looked like a little girl because I had sweets on my skirt and Lolita, and you know. Thinking about it, it was highly disturbing that someone was doing that. It's disturbing enough that somebody was dressed up as Pedo Bear, but it's disturbing even more that somebody was just willingly running after me the whole day at an anime event. Yeah, good times. So for a year, on my college life, I had found a jacket I really like, and it reminded me of the 60s. So for the whole year, I dressed up as if I were in the 60s, which I didn't actually look like I was in the 60s. It's just the colors kind of remind me of the 60s era. What I was wearing had nothing to do with the 60s, really. But that's what it looked like. And these pictures were, I'm gonna insert a few of them. These pictures were made with an old camera that I found in my grandparents' house, and I absolutely love them. It doesn't matter how good of a DSLR you have, it just does not give the same feeling as an old film camera. Like, you cannot, I don't know how to explain it, but film just looks so much better than digital. I don't know how to explain. It's just so much different to use the film, and pictures just come out in such a specific way that you cannot really reproduce with digital. And yeah, these pictures, I had done it with sort of a study to test out the camera and do sort of a more artsy photo shoot, and yeah, I really like them. I look really badass in them, okay? I look really cool. I think this is where I started being more comfortable with my sexuality and coming out a bit more, and I think you can tell that I was kind of like comfortable with my masculine side, if that is even the thing, but points for me. Because again, kids, the most important thing of all is to be comfortable with who you are. So because I was in an arts college, again, I know I've mentioned it so many times, but which college were you? In an arts college. I know, but because I was in an arts college, there was a lot of projects just laying there on the corridors. There used to be a lot of interactive projects which you could like touch and play around with it, because that would be the projects for certain students, etc, etc. And there was once this box which had some writing on it, and you can take pictures in it, just interacting with it, playing around with it, and just taking pictures. And being the creative soul that I am, this is the best I could come up with. Not proud of this picture now. At the time I thought it was a very, very creative picture, and I was so original for trying to escape the box. But again, I was always very much a person of trying to come up with concepts, and the proof is this picture. Being Lolita, so such a feminine fashion and industrial design, being such a deconstructed and destroyed kind of vibe, I thought it was interesting to put both of them together, and I came up with this concept which I dressed up sort of, not exactly Lolita, but sort of super feminine, super girly, and then I was just taking pictures in this abandoned building, and I thought it was really, really interesting. Are they cringy? Yes, those filters are not giving me any points, but I thought it was so interesting to just, you know, play with the contrast and create something like apocalyptic chic. I don't know, is that what I would call it? But I can be creative when I'm thinking outside the box. That was so cringy. Oh my god. Oh, this is a picture that I really, really like. It was a candid picture. I don't remember posing for this picture. Maybe I did, but it looks very candid, and it kind of just reflects what I was feeling in the moment. I felt so free living in this town where I could be who I wanted to be, dressing Lolita, and the place was beautiful. It has this big forest which you could go and walk around, take pictures, etc. And it was just so beautiful, and I just felt so good. And yeah, this picture is just kind of, I know I'm making a weird face, but it kind of just like makes me feel free. I was feeling a lot more comfortable with who I was, and it just makes me proud to have these pictures. Not because I'm vain, it's good to be a bit vain sometimes, don't get me wrong, but it's not because of that. It was just because it makes me feel comfortable with who I am. And say it with me again, kids, the most important thing is to be comfortable with who you are. I don't know, I feel like I'm giving life lessons here. Just being very pretentious today. I'm really, really sorry about this. This picture is one of my last pictures in college. I was ginger back then. I used to love this hair color, and this is at the closing ceremony. I'm not exactly sure how to translate it to English, but it's like a graduation ceremony like you'd have it in the US. And we would have this uniforms which would be different from the different parts of the country. Each part of the country had a different uniform. This was ours, and yeah, this is one of the last pictures. I absolutely hated this day. A lot of stuff had happened, and I was not feeling very happy, which is a very big contrast of the I was feeling myself. I just didn't want to go, but I felt like I was going to disappoint so many people if I didn't go, and the money that I had wasted on uniform and everything, so I just ended up going anyways. I didn't especially have a good time. It was just a day, I got over with it, and that's it, which is sad because for so many people, like, this is supposed to be the ending of your college. It's supposed to be a day that you're going to remember. It's supposed to be a celebration, and for me, I just wanted to get it over with. I had to do an extra year because my grandfather was very sick in the hospital, so I missed a lot of classes. I missed the due date in a few assignments, so I ended up not having enough credits to graduate. Or, well, you have to have a passing grade in every single like subject, and I didn't, obviously, because I missed a lot of assignments, so I had to do an extra day, an extra year, which I don't regret it at all. I think it's better that I did that extra year than to have rushed everything on 3 years, which was what we were supposed to do. So I do not regret it. Plus, I've met some of my best friends till date. I met on that extra year. I don't think I've kept maybe one of two friends of my actual class, but most of the friends I have, I've gained them from that extra year. So if had I not done that extra year, I wouldn't have friends, which I still have to this day. So, you know, sometimes bad things happen for a reason, and my grandfather ended up getting better from it, and I gained new friends from doing that extra year. So in the end, I was feeling so bad that I had to do an extra year, and it was probably one of the best things that could have happened in my life. And I know I have friends who are watching right now who I have met thanks to that gap year. And yes, Xavier, I look at you, I know that you're watching. And yeah, if it wasn't for that year, if it wasn't for that, you know, bad time in my life, that turned out to be such a good time. So I don't know, like another life lesson, if you're ever in a space where you're thinking so many bad things are happening and you've lost, you know, sight, and you're thinking, oh, you know, this is the worst thing that is happening, just try to see the silver lining, which it might sound very pretentious, but you know, maybe things do happen for a reason, and maybe you can find good things on all the misery. I don't know, maybe I'm getting a bit too profound, but it's just to tell you that even if you feel bad about something happening right now, maybe it's just leading you to better things. Maybe it's just pushing you in a direction which is a lot better for you. And I found out that in my life, you know, has happened a lot of times where I thought that things were going so bad, and suddenly I find myself better than I was before. So just keep swimming. I don't know, I'm sorry, this came way too profound. Y'all came here to roast me, and this is turning out on me trying to give you life lessons because I'm feeling way too old. But I try. Keep roasting me though, keep roasting me. So let me just try to find a few last pictures of that extra year, just so we can end this video on a good note and not me trying to preach to you guys, because I do not want to. This was probably one of the best pictures that I have of myself. I absolutely love this picture. This was taken in Carnival with one of my best friends, and she was dressed, I can't remember what she was dressed, I think she was dressed as Harley Quinn, and I was dressed as a flamingo. Because why not? I dressed in all pink, and I already had a pink wig from beginning of college, of one of the college parties, and I dressed all pink. I had this pink boa with feathers, and I just made like a cardboard flamingo beak thing, and I was a flamingo. I don't know what to tell you, like, I don't know, I love it, I absolutely love it. I know it's super cringy, but do not regret it, not even a little bit. I absolutely love it. And I think that was it. I think that was a big enough video anyways. Like I've mentioned in my previous video, I have lost a lot of pictures because I used to have a hard drive with all my pictures and it went bust. So I did lose a lot of pictures, but yeah, I think that's been fun. I hope you guys enjoy. Roast me down below in the comments. Feel free to just make fun of me all you want, because that's what this video is about, for you guys to have a good time. Maybe try to forget a bit the outside world a little bit. I know whatever is happening is very important. I don't want to talk about it because I don't feel it's my place to talk about it. But I'm hoping with everything that's going around, this has been a bit of a distraction for you to recharge your batteries and have the strength to face the world head on again, which sounds very cliche, but it's true. That's all. I hope that I can give you a bit of a distraction from everything that is going on. So I hope I have achieved my goal in making you smile, making you laugh a little bit for the 20 minutes of this video. And yeah, comment down below if I managed to do it. And also don't forget to put a like on it. I know it sounds very baggy that I keep saying this, but it does really help my analytics. If you want to support me and see this channel grow, a like is really important to let YouTube know that this is great content and they should be promoting it and giving me all the views. Sounds very pretentious, but girl is struggling here. I need you guys' help. Just share this video, like it, just help me grow, guys. I'm desperate. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on all the great content like this as well. It's valuable content, which I don't know how you've been living your lives without it. Like, honestly. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and that's it. We'll see you in the next video. Bye!